Welcome to Fun Facts with Candace. Today I am here with Adam from Movement Mortgage, and we're just gonna chat. I'm gonna ask him some questions, and we're gonna see how it goes.
Awesome. Thanks, Candace. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, happy to have you. What's the biggest myth people believe about buying a home?
So a lot of times when people get asked this question, they say like 20% down. Oh, you gotta have 20% down. And I feel like people have done a pretty good job at demystifying it. Like people don't think that, but now I feel like I'm just swung the other way. Like a big myth is like people think, oh, I don't need any money at all. And yeah, you're gonna need
some money.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to buy a house for free.
No.
That's not how that works.
So, like, how much should people expect to have when they're ready to buy a home?
That's a good question because you can get the money from multiple sources. Down payment assistance can help. Sellers paying some of your closing costs can help. I tell people expect $8,000 to $12,000. It can be less than that, but that's a good starting spot.
Okay, so let's talk about that. The
Okay.
down payment assistance.
Yeah. So down payment assistance, basically, there are some funds that are available that can cover your down payment. So if you do an FHA loan, you need 3.5% down. South Carolina has a South Carolina Housing Bond Fund, which will cover that 3.5%, or it'll cover $10,000, which can go towards that 3.5%. It might be more or it might be less than that.
Okay.
Yep.
So what's the lowest credit score someone can have and still qualify to get a home?
Okay. So that's a tricky question.
Loaded question.
So technically, FHA goes down to 500. I've never seen someone get approved with a 500 credit score. You need 10% down. Most people have 500 credit score, don't have 10% down.
Right.
At 580, then you can put down 3.5%. Again, very unlikely to get a house with a 580 credit score. There's multiple factors at play, and it depends on why your score is that low. If you got a foreclosure last year, you're not going to be able to buy a house. So really, if you need down payment assistance, then you need to have at least a 640.
640.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's a good starting spot. If you don't have a 640, let's get your credit up there first. That's going to open up a lot more options for you.
Okay. What's the one thing people should never do before closing?
They should never make any big financial decision without talking to their lender first. Buying a car, opening a new credit card, buying furniture, something like that. That can stop a deal from closing.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Good to know. Can I buy a home if I have a student loan?
Absolutely. Tons of people buy homes with student loans. We need to know how much it is and what we need to calculate how much your monthly payment is going to be on that. Even if you're in deferment, you still have to calculate as if you were in repayment. And so we can do that and find out how much it's going to affect your ability to buy. But most people buy a house and they still have student loans.
Is it better to keep renting or buy now?
Depends on the person. Depends on what your goals are. That's a good question because I think some people think, oh, you should always buy or you should never buy. If you don't mind maintenance, that's something to consider. Are you planning to stay in the same place for several years? That's a factor. Some people, they might need to live in an area first to decide if they want to buy. So maybe rent for a little bit and then look. And then also the payment, Yeah, can they afford it? There was a period of time where it was a lot cheaper to buy than it is to rent. And then they're like, why would you not buy? But now it's not like that. So you have to consider all those factors.
What's more important, credit score or income?
Well, you need both of them, to get a mortgage. If you have 800 credit score and you're unemployed, you can't buy a house. Or if you got a great job, great paying job, but you've got a foreclosure in your past or a really low credit score, you can't buy it. So it just depends on, which one's going to be easier to fix. Depends on what the issue is.
Like a balance.
Yeah.
Can I buy a home if I'm self-employed?
Yes, 100%. You do need some history. And we also need to look at your tax return. So if you're self-employed and you write everything off and you show a loss every year, we're not going to be able to use that. But if we're going to look at your adjusted gross income on your taxes. So we need 2 years history of self-employment, and then you need to actually show that you are making a profit, and then we can use that.
So what loan programs are most popular in South Carolina right now?
I see a lot of conventional FHA, VA, and USDA loans, but we also have some great down payment assistance options. Really, it doesn't matter what is popular, it's what loan's going to be best for that buyer. So if we offer it, I'll help them find it and make sure it's a good fit, and that's what we focus on.
Personalized service. I
Yep.
like it. And are there any first-time home buyer programs that people aren't aware of?
I'm sure there are. There's two that I use a lot. One of them is South Carolina housing. You have to be a first-time home buyer for that, and there are some income limits. But South Carolina has an unusual way of defining first-time home buyer. If you haven't owned in 3 years, you can be considered a first-time home buyer again.
Yeah, I know. I didn't realize that when we were buying our second home. I'm like, oh, we qualify again because it'd been, I think, past 3 years. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and we also have some down payment assistance programs that don't have income caps or don't have a first-time home buyer requirement. So don't assume that you can't qualify for down payment assistance. It's always good to ask, and there's some interesting options out there.
Okay, very good. Now, those secondary options like down payment assist, does that come in the form of always a loan?
Yes.
It's a loan.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and even the one that is fully forgivable is technically a loan. It just has 0% interest and 0 payments. If you pay it off within 15 years, you have to pay off the second lien as well. But otherwise, if you stay in the house for longer than that, you don't have to pay it back.
And what are the qualifications to get that?
You got to be a first-time home buyer, and you've got to make under certain income limits, and those vary by number of people in your household and county you're buying in.
Okay, interesting. Yep. What's one mistake you see upstate buyers making over and over again?
A lot of times people will start looking for the house and find the house they want before they get pre-approved. And that can be a real problem because if there's any issues at all in their application, then that house is going to be gone by the time we get them fixed.
Yeah. Let's save everyone a lot of heartache. Get pre-approved first.
Yep.
And a lot of times a buyer's agent won't work with people unless they're pre-approved.
And that really saves everybody time and effort.
Are builders offering any incentives buyers should know about?
You would know that better than I do, but I am sure that they are. And it's always good to look at that, make sure you're looking at the whole picture, including the fees. And if you're doing that, you want to make sure that you have a buyer's agent representing you. If you go directly to the builder, they're looking out for the builder's interest, and having a buyer's agent will protect your interests.
Exactly. It's like free insurance, right?
Yeah.
All right, so here's some fun rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee in the morning, tea at night.
All right, I like it. So what kind of tea do you like at night?
I like green tea, and I like it with honey and lemon.
Okay. Okay, here's the fun one. Dream vacation.
Oh, gosh. I had a great trip to Peru with my brother in the mountains, but I'm more of a beach guy, so anywhere tropical is probably going to be my dream vacation.
Me too. I love clear water. Best advice in one sentence.
Don't make any big financial decision just based on assumptions. Find out the facts. So if you're looking at a mortgage, for example, and talk to somebody who knows about mortgages, figure out what your situation is.
And don't feel rushed. I feel like this is a big decision, so take your time. Make sure.
Be informed. Make sure you're comfortable with it.
Yeah. What's one thing every buyer should know before talking to a lender?
Oh, that's a good one. But just be honest. My goal is to help you get into a house. If there's any undisclosed debts or something like that's going to come up eventually, and if it comes up early, we can do something about it. If it comes up after you're under contract, you're probably going to lose the house. So just be honest and upfront, and I'm going to help you out. I'm not going to shame you.
All right, so last question. You ready for it?
Yep.
If someone is thinking about buying a home in the next year but isn't sure they're ready, what's the first step they should take?
That's great. Just speaking with a lender. It can just be a conversation. You don't have to go through a full application or anything, but let them help you figure out your timeline, your budget, and things like that. And they'll let you know what the next step is.
Thank you so much, Adam. I appreciate your time.
Yeah,
really enjoyed this.
Thanks, Candace. Really appreciate it.
All right.